YouTube, what's going on? KT Medic here, and today is the weekly vlog. So, it was a crazy weekend. Last week was crazy. I've just been having a lot of really crazy, really busy days, and I really need a haircut. This is ridiculous. I feel like I have so much hair on my head, and I know I have a ton of hair, and it's just ridiculous. I need to shave it off. That's going to be happening pretty soon, because I'm tired of it. But a pretty interesting thing happened last week and over the weekend. So I listened to 96.3 KLLL. It's a country radio station here locally, and they have contests all the time. You know how radio shows. They have contests like constantly. Every day they got something going on. So with the Olympics, I think just being over now, they have had one of the guys' names. I really don't know what his real name is. This might be his real name, but it's Mudflap. That's all I know. So it was the Mudflap Olympics, and he's been doing a bunch of different things. He's done golf and archery, and they're doing trampoline basketball. We have a trampoline park thing here in town, and all you had to do was text a word to a number, and it entered you in the drawing, basically. And if you won the drawing to compete against Mudflap in whatever sport that it was, then you won tickets to the Olympic gymnast tour around the country. I think it's around the country, and they're actually having one here in Lubbock, and your boy won some tickets to that. So I competed against him in archery. I do have a slight background in archery. I have a bow. I've shot before. I haven't gone bow hunting yet, because it's a little more complicated, and I just don't really have a place to do it. But it was a ton of fun. I'm going to show a couple clips kind of in the background while I'm talking. The video quality is not great. It was streamed live from him onto their Facebook page, which was really cool. But I was gonna grab my camera so I could film it and vlog and everything like that, but I got home at 5 o'clock, a little after 5, and I had to meet him on the other side of town at 5:30 and be ready to go, be ready to compete and hopefully win. So when I got home, it was just after 5. I had to change and get all my bow and everything, and make sure I had all my arrows and my release and all this stuff. So I leave the house, I get over there, and then I'm thinking, definitely didn't bring my camera. I could have recorded it on my phone. I didn't really think about that. When I got there, I was more thinking about the actual competition and winning and everything like that, because I really don't like to lose. It's just one of those things. I'm really competitive and I hate losing. But even if I do lose, I mean, I'm not a sore loser, but I like to win. So I did try. I tried pretty hard, but I hadn't shot before I found out that I was gonna be shooting against him. I hadn't shot in probably close to a year. My bow had been in the closet just collecting dust, because we moved and we've had a ton of stuff going on, and we just haven't had a lot of free time to actually do things like that. My wife actually has a bow as well, and we do want to go bow hunting together, but it's just not really part of the plan at the moment. So back to this story. They call me on Wednesday or Thursday last week in the morning, texted in, and I had second thoughts about texting in, because I never win anything. I've texted in, I've done all these drawings and everything, that I never win anything. So I was like, I started to do it, and then I was like, no, I never win anything. I'm not gonna win this. And I went a little further and thought about it. A few minutes later, I was like, you know what? We'll give it a shot. It's free. And if I do win, I win some cool stuff. I get to pick up my bow and just meet Mudflap and just kind of hang out for a little while. So it's got to be fun, right? So I text in and I'm like, okay, if I win, awesome. If I don't, I'm not losing anything. So they call me the Wednesday or Thursday morning, and I have their phone number saved in my phone because sometimes you have to call in to win stuff, and I did it a few times and never got anything. It was always busy. I'm never fast enough or whatever. But it came up and I looked at my phone because I thought it was my wife calling, and it said KLL, and I was like, what does this mean? And I had almost forgot about it at that point. And then they told me it was them and told me what was going on. Then I had won the drawing and I would be competing against Mudflap in archery, and that I'd be on the radio in just a minute. So it was really cool. I've actually never been on the radio before. I do this all the time, but I've never been on the radio, and hearing their voices, like they did the weather and stuff, and I hear them on the radio all the time, but hear them over the phone doing the same thing was really weird. But it was cool. We got to talk to him on the radio for a little bit, and then I talked to Mudflap later. We set up times and everything, and I practiced at lunch. I pulled out my bow like immediately as soon as I got home from lunch, and practiced a little bit, and then practiced a little when I got home that afternoon, because I was not planning on losing. Okay, he had never shot a bow, but I wanted to make sure that I went out and he couldn't win. So practiced a little bit and felt decently confident about what was going to go down, and we met out there, and he was a little bit late, which I rushed to get there and get there on time, which I'm not saying this is bad or anything. Stuff happens. I understand. I was almost late. So he was running a little behind. He let me know. He let everybody else know that was there, that was part of it. The guys that were there for him, and the place that we were doing it, it's called the Archery Shack, and they're awesome people. This is not sponsored by them in any way, but if you live in the Lubbock area, the Archery Shack on Upland and Brownfield Highway, they've only been open for like 4 months or something, but they are super nice people. And I lost 2 tips in their targets, and the guy just gave me 2 tips. I mean, they're super cheap, but even still, like, that's pretty cool that he would actually do that and just say, hey, here you go, we'll put these on, don't worry about it, it's all good, keep going, have fun. I mean, it's all about having fun and being safe, and they were super safe. Everybody was really responsible. But fun fact, I have never shot a 3D target with a bow. And a 3D target is basically a target shaped like an animal. So they have deer, turkey, bobcats, coyotes, all kinds of animals. If you can think of it, they probably make it. They even had a zombie target. So we start out, and basically they just have it set up in 10 lanes. So we had 10 shots. Mudflap got a couple practice shots because he never shot a bow before. So I was going in super cold, and my first shot was not wonderful. I'd hit the target, but it was not wonderful. And I'm not gonna go into like the whole scoring thing and where all my shots landed, but I hit the target. I only missed once, and it was on the turkey at about, I don't know, 20 yards. And being as I had never shot 3D targets before, I know where to shoot all these animals, but it was just kind of a different experience actually aiming at something other than like a paper target or a bag or something like that, a different kind of target. But it was really cool. And the one that I did miss, I destroyed my arrow. Shooting at the turkey, it's so low to the ground that it hit the ground and like slid to their backstop and just under their backstop and hit something really hard because the tip was smushed, and I used carbon arrows, and it was just exploded on the front end. And I actually got him to sign it, not because he's like a celebrity, just to kind of commemorate the experience and being out there. The arrow's destroyed anyways. I'm not going to use it, and I mean, I just thought it'd be cool took pictures. Somebody videoed it, but I don't know who they were. I was gonna talk to them and see if I could get the video, but that kind of slipped my mind because we had some other stuff going on and talking about other stuff, and it just went a little bit too fast. But it was a lot of fun. So in the end, I don't know why the video didn't record. I took it off of Facebook and I just basically screen capped it, and for whatever reason OBS did not want to play with the sound, and I didn't get the sound recorded, but it wasn't very good quality, so that's okay. And it was kind of hard to hear because we were using his phone, or he was using his phone, gave it to his wife so she could stream it while we played, or while we shot. We weren't playing. It's not, bows and arrows are not toys. They are weapons technically, but all weapons are safe if used in a safe manner. I feel like I have to say that whenever I talk about weapons, because some people are like, weapons, oh no, you're crazy. I don't know, people are stupid. That's kind of just what I have to say about it. But in the end, since you can't hear it, I will tell you the score. Halfway through, we shot 5 arrows because I only had 5, and so we shot the first 5 targets, scored it, got our arrows, and then shot the second 5 targets for a total of 10. Total, you can get 100 points. 10 times 10, yeah, 100 points. I got halfway through, I was about 33, and Mudflap had about 28. I want to say 28. So that was pretty cool. Like, he did awesome. Like, no joke, he did amazing. He got to use the owner's bow, which I think is cheating a little bit, but we're not going to say anything about that because that was a high dollar bow and it had been very well tuned and shot like perfectly. So mine has been sitting in the floor for a year, so that's all I gotta say. But it was an awesome bow. It was like a chrome, what was it? I can't remember what it was now. If you know what it is, post it in the comments. I know some of y'all probably have no interest in this whatsoever, but it's something I like and I hope you enjoy it. So final score, Mudflap 54, 52 or 54, I can't remember now. 50, between 52 and 55, we'll just say that. Final score for me, I had 64. It was 52 to 64 because I beat him by 12. He had 52 and I had 64. I completely missed the target, so I could have done a little better, and I know I could have shot better and gotten higher scores. But for the first time shooting 3D targets and going into it cold with a bow that had been sitting in the closet floor forever, I think I did pretty well. So if you're in the area, if you want to check them out, be sure you do. They're awesome people. They have 3D shoots every month, once a month on a Saturday. I don't know what Saturday it is. It's happening this weekend, but I'm on call. I thought about going, and it's just a ton of fun. They were super nice. I mean, I can't get over that. Everybody was super nice about it, and it's a really cool store. They got a lot of stuff, a lot of bows. They pretty much do all kinds of custom string colors and stuff like that if you want something like that. But we will definitely be back and check them out again. Go shoot out there. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I'm KT Medic, and I'm out.